Hello everyone!
Ciao picciotte e picciotti!
Hello from Sicily. Welcome back again to our appointment. This is Sunday, so
sorry.
This is the third.
Stories.
What is it? What are you doing, Rosella?
I'm wrong today.
So, do we have to start again?
If you want.
Yeah, let's start again.
I don't know if it's possible because I need to start another live.
Don't worry. Okay,
so
guys.
Don't worry.
Forget it. So, welcome back again to our appointment. This is Sunday and it's third of proud Sicilians around the world. And this time we are very happy, very glad to introduce you a couple of proud Sicilians. This time they are in Australia now, so they got up very early just to be with us. It's about 7 a.m. now.
Yes.
in Sydney. So,
and it's a new day.
And it's a new day for them. It's the last part of the night for us in Sicily.
In Sicily is 11 p.m.
11 p.m. For the other friends in the world, I mean the American friends, it's afternoon, it's evening. So let's start, and we are very, very glad to introduce you Mr. Nicola and Mr. Anthony Arena from Sidney. Ciao!
Ciao!
Hello!
Hi.
Hello! How are you? Good morning!
Good morning. Very good.
Thank you to be here, and thank you to get up so early in the morning.
It's very early. It's dark.
So it's 7 o'clock there in Sydney. 7 o'clock, I'm right?
7 o'clock and 9 degrees.
Oh wow! So it's a little bit cold for us.
Did you have your coffee?
No, not yet.
So we could have a breakfast all together. You can share your breakfast with the other friends in the world right now. So don't be shy, guys. If you want to have an Australian breakfast or a Sicilian breakfast, I don't know what you prefer, but you are free. You can have your coffee. You can have your breakfast with us.
And there is another guest.
Who's the other guest? Oh, ciao!
Which is the name?
Sorry?
Harvey.
Avi.
Nice to meet you as well.
Is she a girl or a boy?
Boy.
A boy. Avi. Ciao, Avi.
So tonight I'm blessed with men.
Yeah, you're surrounded by men.
We've got one more.
One more. Yeah. Oh, ciao.
Ciao.
It's my son.
Is your son?
Also Nick.
So please call him to join us.
You can stay in the middle between your father and your grandfather.
Yeah.
Nicola, andiamo. Come on. Come on.
His name also Nicola.
Not Nicola. Nicholas.
Nicolas. So Nicolas, come on.
You respect the tradition.
Stay in the middle. Stay in the middle, Nicolas, please.
Don't be shy.
This is an important moment because we have 3 generations. Oh, wonderful.
Ciao, nice to meet you.
Ciao, Nicolas. Hello from Sicily. So, Nicolas, this is an important appointment for all the proud Sicilians around the world. And you are beautiful, I just say, frame. 3 generations all together in the same picture, in the same shot. So Nicolas, Anthony, and Nicola. You're beautiful guys. So let's talk about you. Let's talk about your story. Let's start from the beginning. Where do you come from? You come from Messina.
So yeah, my father's grandfather came to Australia from, I think he was from Sant'Agata, which is in Messina.
About 15 kilometres from Messina.
A bit louder there. And then they came to Australia in 1891. They had about 6 or 7 kids there. Yeah. About 6 or 7 kids here. And then they moved back to Messina in 1904. And then he grew up. So my grandfather really grew up speaking, even though he was born in Australia, he grew up speaking Sicilian and grew up really as Sicilian. And just before the end of the war, he was in the Italian army at the end of World War I.
Yeah.
And so and then just after that, I don't know if it was to do with the earthquake and then the war, but in 1921, I think he thought maybe we'll go back to where I was born, and came back to Sydney.
Yeah, let's say something about all people who don't know what happened in Messina in the early 20th century. Messina was destroyed by a terrible earthquake, a terrible tsunami as well. So not the earthquake, but the tsunami made a lot of damages and a lot of people died. So it was one of the worst things that happened in Sicily, in the entire history of Sicily. Messina was completely destroyed by a terrible tsunami. So guys, let's go ahead, please.
My father and mother were about 8 years old when the tsunami hit, but they never mentioned it to me over here.
A bit louder.
No, they never mentioned the tsunami for some reason or other, but they never talked about it at all.
But then, so I've often wondered if that was the reason they came. But then it's interesting, when he had been in Australia, so then they got married in Sydney to my nonna Giuseppina, and she was from Ganziri.
Yeah,
and
another district of Messina.
Yes, and so then they had 4 kids, and then when the Second World War started, so my grandfather had brothers and sisters in Sicily, and then also brothers and sisters came out with him to Sydney. So in the Second World War, there was one family, and the country my grandfather was living in was also at war with the country where his father and mother, and so it was a strange time and a strange situation.
It was very unusual.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So I think there was, look, as time went on, the Italian Sicilian community has been fully embraced into Australia now. Where in fact, my grandfather's shop. I'll show you a photo of. This is what? I think. Well, I need to move forward, and my dog is on my lap. Now I need to hold. So that is.
Yes, we can see.
My father there, and this is my grandfather's milk bar in around about 1938.
Wow.
And so they had a shop there. So
all the family was involved in that milk shop?
I was born upstairs from that shop.
Wonderful. How many people were involved in the shop?
How many people involved?
How many is there?
I know, about 6, about 5 or 6, 5, 4. 4 it looked like. I think my father was just eating gelato, so I don't think that really counted.
Nicola, you had the best part, the best position.
Of eating ice cream.
That was a good job.
A good job, yeah.
Did you produce only milk?
No, it was a fruit shop. It was a fruit shop, and
okay.
Yes.
So I think we've got another image of another shop a couple of years later, which is Yeah, so that's their Fruccio.
Arena Brothers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was in the 1940s, that one. So
wonderful, beautiful photo.
yeah.
So that's about the 40s.
Yes,
you said.
Yes.
So before the World War II.
About 1940 to 45 were in that shop.
Okay.
There was another shop, the other one, yes.
Okay. So, Nicola, how do you say, what did it mean for you to belong to a Sicilian family when you were young, when you were a child? What's your first memory about your Sicilian family?
I didn't think too much about it, really. There was a bit of a problem during the war period, but I didn't experience it. We were unusual in as much as my two sisters and my brother had red hair, and that was very unusual for Sicilians. And no one knew we were Sicilian anyway. And I think we got out of a lot of trouble because of that, really. But I didn't experience too much trouble at all during the war period.
But what was the good part of being in the Sicilian family? Probably the food?
Oh, the food, for sure. My mother was an extremely good cook, and my favourite meal was calamari guinea. It was calamari stuffed up with breadcrumbs.
Wow! And this is your best memory about your mother, your Sicilian recipes from your mother.
For sure.
So calamari with breadcrumbs, so stuffed calamari. Then, do you remember something else?
I remember she used to stuff the calamari with breadcrumbs and sew it with a needle and thread to stop the breadcrumbs from coming out of the calamari. And then it was absolutely beautiful. But
this is still traditional here in Sicily.
Yeah.
This is one of our favorite dishes. Also here, also now.
And do you still prepare this dish?
That was my favourite. Yes.
No, do you prepare it? No.
I'm ashamed to say I can't cook at all. I knew how to eat it, but I didn't know how to cook it. I just left that to my mother. Yeah.
Wonderful.
We tried. My sister and I came over to Sicily a couple of years ago, about 5 years ago, and when we came back, I met all of my family over there then, and we had a few things that then when we came back home, we tried to get recipes, and so we tried. What was it? Was it braccioli?
Braccioli.
Meat. It's a meat, traditional meat dish.
Yeah, so that we've tried that one, and we tried swordfish.
Yeah.
But I think eggplant parmigiano. I don't know how you say that in. Of
course.
That's probably my favourite, I think.
Anthony, can you cook Sicilian dishes or not?
I try. I have a cousin, Simona, in Messina, and she has a degree in English literature, which is very good for me because I can't speak Italian or Sicilian. So she translates a lot of recipes and sends them out to us. So, but sometimes she leaves us to guess the quantities, and she just said, "You're Sicilian. You'll work it out."
That's the most important part of the recipes, the quantity. You never know if it's too much or less. So it's incredible.
Very good.
Anthony, and for you, what did it mean for you to grow up in a Sicilian family?
Look, as I get older, I think I noticed I didn't really, as my father said, we didn't really think too much. I think my father's parents encouraged him to assimilate into the Australian community. So they wanted them to speak English and not, I guess not stand out, especially I guess because of the fact that they had been at war when they first came out. But over time, when I went there with my sister a couple of years ago, and I really wasn't expecting. I think I mentioned to you a while ago, just in a message, that when we landed in Catania, I literally I was not expecting anything. I just thought I was sitting on a plane and just had goosebumps, and the hairs on the back of my neck stood up, and I could not explain. It was like a physical reaction to landing. I guess because I'd heard all the stories of my family from being there, etc. I have one question.
Yeah.
For us?
Yeah, for you.
Oh.
Is it common for everyone to clap when the plane lands in Sicily?
This is a good question. Actually, many Sicilians clap when they fly into Catania or Palermo, when they come back from Milan, from North Italy. But I don't remember. I think this is a new habit, because when I was a child, I don't remember anyone to clap. So I think it's a new habit, about 10 years. Not before, but it's very funny because I used to fly, and I remember sometimes when I flew from abroad, from London, from Paris to Sicily, other people are not used to clap, so they didn't realize what is happening. So why they are clapping? It's a very, very funny situation for everyone. So I have to say, no, this is not common. Now it's common, but only in Sicily, only in perhaps in South Italy, but in particular in Sicily. If you fly from Rome to Milan, you never see something like that.
I think I was also on a Spanish airline as well, so that maybe that.
Yeah.
Maybe. And Nicholas, what about you? Do you feel the connection with Sicily?
Yeah.
Nicholas, have you ever been to Sicily? No.
No.
Oh, it's an interesting.
So you have to come to Sicily. You have to visit Sicily, and then you will feel like a Sicilian. You need to visit your homeland of your ancestors, and then Rosella will ask you, "How do you feel now? Do you feel Sicilian now?" But I'm joking, of course. You have a Sicilian family, so you're Sicilian too. So don't worry. Yeah, just to learn some words in Sicilian, and then you will be a actual Sicilian.
Anthony,
a true Sicilian.
What did you tell to Nicholas about Sicily?
It's this horrible virus has really. We should have been landing in Sicily in 3 weeks. So he was going to meet all of the relations there, and that's what I really wanted. I wanted him to. The day I spent there was just incredible, and I wanted him and my daughter, who is I think still in bed, to experience that. But so unfortunately everything went. Or as you know more than anyone. We know
everything is postponed, guys.
That's it.
Don't lose your hopes. You have just to be patient, because your trip to Sicily is just postponed to next year, when everything will be over. So.
Unfortunately, my daughter is her final year of school next year, So we set, for anyone who has a holiday book, you probably have a countdown in your phone. So I just set the countdown, and it went from having about 50 days to go, back up to about 850 or something, because we're going to have to make it in 2022.
Yeah. I know what you mean. You asked Anthony a question related to his son Nicholas, but you should ask the same question to Nicola.
To Nicola, yes, the same question.
Say again the question.
Nicola, what did you tell to Anthony about Sicily?
Mainly, in 1964, I went over and met my Sicilian cousins for the first time when I was about 27 years old.
A bit louder.
When I was about 27, 28 years old, I went over to meet. I went into Marconi. Remember the Marconi ship?
No. He came on a ship.
I went over on a ship.
Uh-huh.
And I met all my family. They were all there. All my uncles and the aunties and the cousins. I met them all over there. And the hospitality, you would not believe. You could not believe the hospitality. I went walking in Messina with my uncle, and I looked in a jeweler shop. Before I knew where I was, he had me inside the shop and he bought me a gold watch. It was just, you got no idea of the hospitality. And then later on, in 1995, I went over with my wife, and we thought we won't disturb them. We'll stay in a hotel. And I rang my family from the hotel and to tell them that we were there. We're going to come and see them the next day. Within 1 hour, they travelled the 15 kilometres. They tried to get the hotelier to give us back our money. They wanted us to stay with them. It was incredible. I can't believe the hospitality. It was just incredible, wonderful.
I think this is one of the best things we have in Sicily, and we are very proud to be so. Yeah.
I agree with you.
Great. This is true. And do you speak Sicilian, Nicola?
Do you remember some Sicilian words?
Some Sicilian words I can do that. When I was very little, I didn't know the difference between the dialect and the proper Italian. And I can remember saying to, I had a dog and he used to catch rats. Like we had chooks down the backyard and he'd catch a rat. And I used to say to get the rat, and the dog would go mad. And then my father would say, "Va big sushi." You understand?
Catch the mouses.
Yeah, and the dog would go haywire. And then I had a friend come over who's from the north of Italy. And I told my friend he understands Italian too. And he said, "Prendi il topo." And the dog just looked, he had no idea what he was talking about.
The dog didn't understand.
The dog doesn't understand, of course. Dog only understood Sicilian. Papito sushi. Beautiful.
When my mother died in 1980, but just before that, I used to speak to her in the dialect. But I haven't spoken hardly since then. What's that, 40
years.
40 odd years. I haven't spoken anything at all, so I've forgotten everything, unfortunately. Yes.
One more reason to come to Sicily again, to improve your Sicilian, to remember again your Sicilian.
I'm 84 now. I don't think I've got.
He's got an 84-year-old body with a 24-year-old head.
No, it's okay.
How many times have you
been to Sicily?
3 times.
Only 3 times?
Yeah.
Wow.
immensely. I really enjoyed it immensely. It was incredible. The hospitality was just as good, you know, every time.
When I went 5 years ago, I can honestly say that I'm sitting, like I had never met any of these people, and I don't speak their language. And I'm sitting in their house, and I was just as comfortable sitting in their house as I was sitting in my own house with my own family, because they're just the best people. Hopefully they're watching. They might, I'm waving, they might be watching now. But yeah, so very good.
And do you still have relatives in Messina, in your hometown, of course? Do you want to say something about them? Because yes, you sent me a beautiful video about Nonna Lina making pasta.
I'm going to stick my head in, but yeah, Nonna, so it's my Nonna Lina is my father's cousin's wife. My father's cousin, Rocco, has passed away. But Lina is incredible. When we were there, I mean, she was making. I think I sent you a video of her making pasta just the other day. But when I was there, her son Santino, who is my second cousin, we were all just sort of standing in the water out the front of their house. He throws a net out. He catches a whole lot of little fish. He picks up the bag, he gives it to Lina. Lina, I'm not sure if she was in a bikini at age 80, but she was close. She was in a swimming costume at 80. And she goes inside, and then a couple of hours later, we just had the most incredible meal. And that's something that I notice stays with you, is the smells of the food.
Yeah.
So there were some smells that I had not smelt since my nonna, in 1980, and 40 or 35 years later, I was just sitting at this table, and I really was surprised. I just thought, I remember that smell. I haven't smelled it for so long, but I remember it. So, but then we've also got mainly in Messina, but then I have another cousin has moved up to Venice. So Christina is. So I'll wave to her as well. Christina, she will. To tell them to have a look. But
they can see this live broadcast tomorrow morning, of course.
Of course. Everybody in the world, also in Venice, of course.
Very good.
It's a great situation. I think it's Sicilian food is always the best memory in everybody. So everybody still remember the food,
and the way to stay together.
To enjoy great meals all together. Yeah,
I think
that's family.
What I find amazing is, so in reality, the first time they came to Australia is 130 years ago, and then they came back. But really, it's virtually 100 years ago that they came back. To start with the family that is here now, and over 100 years, we're still I'm in touch with them every single day. Social media makes it a hell of a lot easier, but I'm amazed that the branch of the family tree is so strong back to Sicily even after 100 years. But it comes from how lovely they are. My cousin said. When I was there, I was sort of so amazed, and she said, we are one big family. We share one heart, and I thought that was lovely.
Anthony, I think it has nothing to do with social media. I think something related to your and our DNA. Yeah. Despite of Facebook, despite of the socials. You are connected because it's something related into your heart, and this is beautiful. I know we are knowing many stories of Sicilians around the world. I personally have my own story of my relatives in the United States. They have no Facebook 100 years ago, no no telephone. They only wrote some letters twice here. So they had nothing, but they had a strong connection, and that's unbelievable. So I know what you mean. This is beautiful, and thank you for doing that. Thank you for keeping this connection alive and strong,
and to preserve our culture.
This is the most important thing, guys. You're a beautiful example of how to keep connections to the homeland alive and strong. Thank you again.
And we are very happy about this broadcast series, stories of proud Sicilians around the world, because it's very touching for us listening all the stories and the way you still keep the connection with Sicily. This is amazing for us, and every moment is for us is I can say a spinta to go on to.
It's a push. It's a push to go ahead to live our life with courage, with positivity. So it's beautiful. And I used to say, guys, I mean, not only you, but I mean all the proud Sicilians around the world that follow us. You are sometimes, very often, you show a stronger love for Sicily than we have, than Sicilian people have. Actually, it's
the young generation is losing some traditions. And you still keep some tradition alive.
But if you mean the love of Sicily, love to Sicily in general, young generation are losing love for Sicily. So you are a good example. You are the evidence that I don't know. You're keeping the love for Sicily, and that's the most important thing.
I'd say the younger generation of the Martello family in Messina are also keeping the traditions of the Sicilian family as well. They're very, very family orientated. But you guys yourself, that's what like when essentially when we found out that we weren't going to be going on our holiday, I guess I was pretty depressed, and I was just sitting on a Saturday night, just sitting there looking up videos of Sicily. And then that's when I saw you guys on there, and you came on and you said, we're a travel company, we're a tour company, and we don't have, there's no tourists, there's nothing, and then the next minute you clicked, and bang, you're singing, you're playing guitar, you're cooking parmigiano, and so I think you are very, very much promoting Sicily fantastically well. So
thank you, Anthony. Thank you so much. We do our best because we love Sicily. How do you say? Our job is have a secondary part. The most important thing is Sicily. Is our love for Sicily. So everything is connected to Sicily. Then comes business, then comes our job. But the most important thing is Sicily, our connection to Sicily, and connection to beautiful people related to Sicily.
Like
you, of course. And then comes the rest. So that's why we are so positive. We want to
spread.
We want to give you some good vibes, some good vibrations. We don't want to give up. We are all experiencing a bad situation, in particular in Sicily. Sicily economy is based on tourism. Now tourism in Sicily is a squad one, so everything is completely stopped, completely destroyed. We are just waiting for the new season because 2020 is almost destroyed. We will work with Italian people, Italian clients, but perhaps from September we will work with some European clients. But actually, you know, the real tourism industry in Sicily is based on the American clients, Australian clients, Canadians. So they are the most important clients for us. If you go to Taormina, you know, is very close to Messina. Is the pearl, is perhaps the most beautiful location here in Sicily. And Taormina, I'm sad to say Taormina is empty now, because the economy of Taormina is based on the Americans, on the Australians. So we are, I do say, we are projected. We are seeing the future. We don't want to see the present time, because the present is very, very sad now. But we want to give to a great positive experience to the other friends in the world. So we don't want to give up. We don't want to show bad feelings, bad vibes. We try to take the advantage of this bad moment to show the best of Sicily, the best Sicilian food, the best Sicilian culture. So we try to do our best to spend this time, this crazy time, in the best way possible. That's what we do. And thank you for share your time with us. You're beautiful.
No worries. No worries.
Thank you. You're doing a very good job.
Thank you, Nicola.
We are trying to do our best, yes, to promote Sicily in the world.
We try to stand out of the crowd. We try to go beyond the stereotypes, because you have a Sicilian origin and you know Sicily, but some people in the world, many people in the world, don't know Sicily. They only know about mafia, about the Godfather, but they don't know how beautiful Sicily is, how rich Sicily is. They don't know about our UNESCO sites, about our beautiful landscapes, about our millenary heritage, millenary culture. So we try to give a positive message to the world. That's what we do. It has to do with our love for Sicily. Then comes the rest. Believe me, it's not question of job or business. Business comes later, and we are so proud, just like you.
But I mean, I think the video we saw the other day of you coming up the hill on your pink Vespa. And, you know, when you turn the news on and all you're seeing is bad news, and you see you two crazy Sicilians having a good time. So very good. I'll say one thing. There's a Sicilian band that I love. I can't speak Sicilian, but it's 100%. I can't remember the name now. I'll have to find out. But they basically just specialise in Sicilian music. I don't know if you've heard of them. Have you heard of some of these bands? Can you find out the name of the band, Jen? Anyway, that's something else. But
what kind of music they play? Do you remember?
Very traditional Italian music. There was a song they did. It did quite well recently, or a couple of years ago, and it was about a priest who was shot on his birthday. By the mafia, and there's a song about that, but it did very well. But then they've got other music. 100%. My son's going to find it. My son will find it on the phone. But yeah. So between the food, the music, and the scenery and everything, it's just incredible.
Send me the name of the band when you remember the name, please, because I'm so curious.
My son will find it now.
Not now. If you don't worry. Whenever you want, when you have time.
Very good. Oh, now I need to stick my head back in there. The dog's going crazy.
Prendi Ginevra, Rosella.
Oh.
We want to introduce our daughter as well.
She's sleeping right now.
She was sleeping, but she's so proud to be alive, to be on a broadcast.
Say hello, Ginevra.
Wave, Harvey.
Guarda il cane, guarda il cane.
As long as they don't
Look
fight.
at the dog in Australia, Ginevra.
The other part of the world, Ginevra.
She's been sleeping.
She's sleeping. Yeah, you're right. She's sleeping.
As we've been talking, it started out dark here. Now we've got a bit of daylight here now, so it feels so early. Oh, what time is it there now? About 11:45 now for you.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And your day is about to start, to begin.
And our day is going to finish.
Yeah, that's very funny. We are opposite town.
That's why it was hard to get any of my other siblings to join me or cousins, because in Australia it is a public holiday.
Yeah.
So it's the one chance to sleep in.
Uh-huh.
And, so I had a few of them saying, yeah, when we thought it was 9 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
They were saying, yeah. And then I rang him last night to say, actually, it's 7 o'clock. He went, nah.
So we were lucky to have you this night. Which is the name of your holiday?
It is a holiday celebrating Queen Elizabeth of England. Because as you can see, we have the Union Jack in our flag.
Union Jack, of course.
So it celebrates. It's actually, I think it celebrates her father's birthday, but they never changed the date. So we celebrate. It's the Queen's birthday long weekend. So
that's good.
Thank you, Queen Elizabeth. Day off. We're very happy.
Thank you, Queen Elizabeth, for being the opportunity to have these beautiful friends with us.
Very good.
Oh, guys. So you are in winter time now. You're approaching to the winter solstice.
That's right.
Yes.
The shortest day of the year.
And we are approaching the opposite, the longest.
We are approaching the summer solstice.
I think of that every year. We're going into winter. Over there, you're going into summer. And when we're going into summer, you're going into winter.
Yeah.
I just think of that every year. My cousins over there are doing the opposite to what we're doing. Yeah.
Do you celebrate the winter solstice?
No, not really.
No.
And the summer solstice?
No, they mention it. They mention it on the news, but not really. We don't do anything. We don't do anything special anyway.
21st of June, isn't it?
We have a question for you.
Yeah, we didn't read any question. Let's.
So again, where is Anthony Arena from?
From Sydney, Australia.
Actually, you are from Messina. So Messina, guys, is the easternmost part of Sicily. You know, Sicily is just like a triangle. Messina is in the north east side of Sicily.
Very. The family's house is right on the Strait of Messina. So from their front, the front of their property, that starts the beach, and then it's about 3 kilometers or something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's about 3 kilometers. So very, very close there.
You can see Calabria on the other side.
Yeah, just in front of Calabria, of the Italian mainland.
That's right.
Yeah.
And tonight there are a lot of people from Australia, such as John Marino from Melbourne.
Oh, ciao, John.
Also, another people.
Oh, we have also our American friends like Misty San Filippo. Ciao, Misty. We have
Salvatore Stacco, Graziella
David
Venuto,
Aliotti.
David Aliotti.
A lot of people. Vincent Ingrando.
Vincent.
Ciao, Vincent.
We wait for you next year. Our Sicily Lovers Tour is ready, so Vincent is waiting for you again. There are a lot of people, yes, and they want to visit Sicily, of course.
Oh, look at the Lena Johnson question. We have tickets for this October. I hope to get back to Sicily. So this is a good question, a good opportunity for me to talk about the international flights. Now Italy is has opened the borders to European countries, and they say in September we will be ready to host people from all around the world. So we really hope this crazy situation will be over in few weeks.
Finger crossed.
September should be everything normal. Everything will be fine, in my opinion. So, of course, let's keep finger crossed. But there are many possibilities that everything will be over in September.
Of course, there are our friends Frank and Anthony Ragusa.
Ciao, Frank and Anthony.
Then San Filippo.
How are their tomatoes going?
A lot of people from Australia tonight.
From Canada, Tony Provenzano.
From Canada, yes. Michigan.
Dan San Filippo says, hearing these stories make we even more proud to be Sicilians. And how can we agree with them?
That's so true.
So true, so true.
And Gino Renzella, also from Melbourne, California. Christopher Sidotti.
Christopher Sidotti is from Salina, if I remember well. Salina is a beautiful island of the Aeolian archipelago, just how do you say, just in front of Messina. We have 7 beautiful islands, and Salina is one of these. And Christopher is from Salina. He has a Sicilian origin from Salina.
Gian Maria Grosso. Hi guys, how are you today? We are fine. I can't wait to meet you. We wait for you, of course. Yes, a lot of people.
Thank you for Francis Badalamenti. I checked your website. She wrote.
I want to remember, please. We launched our new website, and I want to remember you the address. So please visit our website just to help us to grow up on Google, because our aim is to reach first page on Google, and you can reach the first page on Google only if you have a large
many visitors,
yes.
Many visitors, in particular from abroad, so other countries, not Italy. We don't want to be famous in Italy. So guys, thank you everyone for helping us. This is a great help. And let's read. Graziella Venuto asks again, where is Anthony Arena from? He's from Sidney, but the family, the Sicilian family, has an origin from Messina. John Marino, good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Ciao da Toronto. Canada, Michigan, so everybody's connected tonight.
Susan Lombardo from Florida.
Oh,
you're probably cousin.
My potential cousin. Cousin.
Sorry.
Not cousin. Cousin.
Oh, a lot of people.
Everybody's related. Everybody's connected.
From Melbourne.
Antoinette Kilemi. I'm from Melbourne. My husband Tony from Sicily, Santa Teresa. I think it's Santa Teresa di Riva, beautiful small village near Messina, with a beautiful beach. We've been there many times to swim. It's a beautiful long beach, very, very clean, with pristine water. Very nice place.
There are a lot of places to visit in Sicily.
So guys, what would you like to say something to our friends around the world, to other Sicilians around the world, proud Sicilians around the world?
G'day from Australia. I can't wait. G'day from Australia. I'm hoping. I think is it Anthony who's in Canada? I'm hoping his tomatoes are going well. That he had growing over there. But yeah, no, look, it's fantastic what you guys are doing and you're having connections all around the world. All with Sicily at the core and promoting Sicily and all I can say is that when I came back from Sicily last time, I said to my wife, the next flight I get onto is going to be going straight back, and that is actually what we had intended until this happened. So no,
thank you.
It's maybe we'll meet you one day. We had our plans, but I think we might have to add an extra week to our Sicilian part of the trip.
How long did you stay in Sicily last time? How many days? 3 weeks?
No, 3 days only.
No, I can't believe it.
Honestly,
no.
3 days?
Too short.
No.
Yeah, I know.
No, Anthony, you have to stay at least 3 weeks.
I know.
3 days is nothing. You have no idea. You have no idea about what Sicily is.
Are you trying to make it more depressing because I can't come back now? I know. But really, it was my sister. It was my sister's idea, and she just said you cannot go any longer and not know your Sicilian family. So it was mainly just to meet the family, and that was fantastic. But we saw Calamari and the family essentially.
Yeah.
We drove up from Catania, but yeah, we need to go around the whole island.
But next time, please, you have to stay longer. We will be very happy and glad to give you our suggestions, our recommendation, our tips to explore, to visit the entire island, because Sicily is beautiful. Sicily is so rich. We used to say Sicily is not an island; it's a little continent, and so you need at least
2 weeks.
10 days. 10 days to do the essentials, to do the must-see locations, to have the basic experiences. But if you have 2 weeks, if you have 3 weeks, it's better, because you don't know how many beautiful locations we have in Sicily. Of course, Taormina is one of the best, but you need to visit the rest of the island.
When I was over there in 1964, I was there for 6 weeks. It was a fantastic time.
That's good.
I believe that Clive Churchill used to go to Taormina to do painting. Is that right?
Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill.
Winston Churchill.
Yeah.
Used to go to Taormina to do painting. Is that correct?
Yeah, of course. Sure.
But my father he said Clive Churchill, who is a famous Australian rugby player. He got Winston Churchill and Clive mixed up, but that's all right.
A very, very good experience.
And of course, we wait for you in Sicily as soon as possible.
Yeah. No, well, look, we're still hoping to get our money back from our flights, so we're still chasing that. But yeah, I think probably 2022 for us, unfortunately. But in some ways, maybe it'll give me enough time to adjust things. So I was worried I wasn't going to see enough. I'd like to get down to Syracuse. Is it Syracuse?
Yeah, Syracuse is beautiful.
Yeah, I'd like
Palermo, the Valle del Temple, Cefalù. You have many things to visit. So you have enough time to arrange, to plan your next trip.
So you say the minimum 10 days?
Yeah, at least 10 days. If you want to visit the best and take some days at leisure, if you don't want to rush, if you want to do it in the most relaxing way, so I say 10 days. Of course, there are people who visit Sicily in 5-7 days. It's also possible, but you should rush, guys. So my recommendation is to visit Sicily. Take your time and enjoy yourself to the fullest. That's my suggestion.
Oh, let me read this comment because it's beautiful. This is for you guys. From one Sicilian to another, Nicola and Anthony, we can see your love and pride for Sicily emanating from your eyes.
And I had to add, Frank is an expert, so he knows what he's writing now. He's a proud Sicilian. I know him. And so if Frank says that you emanate the Sicilian spirits, it's true. It's absolutely true.
Oh, this
our beautiful lady with 3 legs.
3 legs, exactly. Very good.
Bravo, bravissimo. This is a message for me from Dan San Filippo. I'm very happy for you because, yes, 2 days ago I found 2 cousins, and I'm very happy for this family because, you know, guys, when we have proud Sicilians, sometimes we help them to find their long lost relatives here in Sicily, and
to trace their ancestors, to find their ancestors' locations. So we try to do our best to give our friends an opportunity to keep their connection to the homeland of their ancestor alive and strong. That's very touching for us.
It's priceless for us, because every time when we can support a family meeting each other. Every time I'm going to cry, I have to say.
Yeah, that's very touching. That's beautiful.
That's the worst thing about us not being able is not to see, because we've got another cousin, Francesca, and she's had a baby since we were there, and Simona is having a baby probably in the next week or so, and so we met all of the new babies and everything. So, but yes, anyway.
Great. Dan says, I cry with you. Everybody's crying. Everybody's connected. So we are all feeling the same feelings. We are a big family. I mean, Sicilian people around the world. We are connected by the same DNA, and so I think I'm very proud to have created this beautiful community
of Sicily lovers.
And I am speechless, guys.
You should be very proud of yourselves, because it really is, that's fantastic what you've done. I ended up, normally you sort of watch these videos on Facebook on your phone.
Yeah.
when the news was so bad, I was cooking and I just put you up onto the big screen. And what you cooking? I think the first one I saw was the eggplant. You were crumbing the eggplant, and Rosella is. I'm not a professional. I'm just doing it.
It's the truth. I am not a professional chef. I'm a travel agent, not a chef or a food blogger.
In reality, we are travel agents, and so can we say this is a hobby? This is a passion, just like our job. Also, our job is a passion. I think the most important thing is when you follow your passion, no matter if it's a trip organizing or cooking or gardening. It's important you love things you do.
If you do with your heart, you will be right.
And you enjoy your life, of course.
Yeah.
Your English is so good. So
no,
Gianca, not mine.
No, neither. No. We have to improve it.
No, it's very good to promote your island. You have to learn to speak a different language.
But our English is not good. Our English is I do say funny.
Especially mine.
Very good.
You're too kind with us, but our English is not so good. It's I do say it's basic to promote Sicily, but it's not professional English. It's not fluent English. So we need at least
I need to spend
2 or 3 more years of broadcastings twice a week to improve our English. Then we can talk, but not now.
Very good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, guys, next time you have to improve your Sicilian. So be ready, because Rosella wants to make some Sicilian language lessons. So be ready to follow Rosella.
I will be your Sicilian teacher.
I have Simona, my cousin. She has been teaching me, but all the things she's teaching me, I can't say now.
Of course.
The most important word.
You have to improve it day by day. That's the secret.
Yes, practice.
Yeah. No, she teaches English. So I think something that she said, which we always call it the Sicilian dialect, but she actually says it is more. She teaches Spanish as well. She said it's more like she reckons it's just its own language. She said it's not so much a dialect. She said it's almost as different to Italian as Spanish is to Italian.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's correct or not, but
we have many connections to Spanish. Sicily has been colonized, has been dominated by the Spaniards for a long time, for about 4 centuries. So we have many connections, and it's very funny because we have many Spanish words into our dialect. The grammar is so similar to the Italian, but in particular we have some words, some sentences are completely the same. So it's very fine. But of course, Sicily is not a dialect. Sicily is something more than a dialect. It's a language. We have been, during the 14th century, Sicilian was one of the most important languages in Italy. It was compared to the Tuscanian languages, and it was by Dante Alighieri that Tuscanian became the Italian official language, because Sicilian was one of the most important language, and now we have to say that we have many types, kinds of Sicilian, because the Sicilian spoken in Messina is different from the Sicilian spoken in Catania or in Palermo, and it gives a big importance to our language, because wherever you go, you find different words, different way to say something, and so Sicilian is very rich. It's not a dialect; it's a language.
Yeah, very much.
Would you say something? it's a
I want to ask
she's speechless.
you if you can summarize your feeling with Sicily in one word.
Yeah.
For me, family. Family. What about you, Dad?
Food.
What about you, Nicholas?
Food.
I don't know why, but I agree with Nicholas and Nicola.
No, I'm more romantic. I agree with Anthony.
It's midnight, but I don't know why I'm so hungry.
Again, Gianca?
I don't know why.
You had a big lunch today.
I had a big dinner, not lunch.
And
dinner.
also the dinner.
few hours ago, but now I would like to eat something, because you made me hungry.
I would eat some calamari.
So tasty. Calamari is one of my, I just say squid in English. Squid are so tasty in Sicily, because we don't have the squids from the ocean. We have squid, and of course the fish from the Mediterranean, and the Mediterranean is completely different from the ocean. So everything is more tender, more tasty. Oh, and we have the stuffed calamari with breadcrumbs, the calamari ripieni, we say in Italian and in Sicilian. Calamari ripieni. Tomorrow I have to go to the fisherman to buy some calamari.
Actually, one thing would be granita.
Yeah. Oh, and your specialist.
So maybe
the area of Messina is one of the best areas in the world. not in Sicily, not in the world, guys. If you want to taste the best granita, you have to go to the area of Messina, of course. Then you have many other places, such as Syracuse, such as Noto. In the Aeolian Island, in Stromboli, I had one of my best granitas ever. But Messina is the most traditional breakfast. You see people with brioche, the sweet brioche, and granita. One bite of brioche, one spoon of granita. So
exactly,
it's unbelievable. We don't know how to make granita in Palermo. No, we are not good to make granita. But the eastern side of Sicily, it's completely different. They make authentic masterpieces. So this is not a dessert. This is something else. It's just like heaven. And I used to say the best combination for me is pistachio and almonds. Anyway, you in Messina have the coffee granita with cream, with panna. the strawberry granita, the lemon granita, but the best combination ever is pistachio and almonds. This is my personal suggestion.
Oh, look at this. There are the Verducci family. I want to say that Andrew, ciao Andrew.
Ciao Andrew.
Andrew, you are the next one. Next Sunday, we have the Verducci family. They
from California.
Yes, they live
near San Francisco.
They live in San Francisco. Yes. So see you next Sunday with the Verducci family.
Another proud Sicilian family. So guys, we are now at 1 hour and 10 minutes. So we have to finish our broadcast. We really thank you so much for your time. We are I just say we are so excited because every time it's a new adventure for us, and we had a great time with you.
Story.
You told us a beautiful story, and you I just say you reminded us the importance of being Sicilian, and thank you again because you spread your love for Sicily, and you keep your connection to the homeland of your ancestor a beautiful thing. So thank you again.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Enjoyed it. Thank you.
And now you go to sleep again.
Have some breakfast.
After a great breakfast. Do you have granita in Australia? Do you try to make granita?
Not my. I went. There's a place in Sydney that does it, and so I went there and we had a Sicilian breakfast. So you get the brioche and the
so you can buy Sicilian food.
Yeah, I didn't know, but yes, you can. My cousin in Sicily, I said, I wish it about 2 weeks after I got back. She said, well, you need to go here, and then she sent me a link and told me that there was a place 15 minutes from my house. So no. But it's good. But something that's interesting is one of the biggest gelato places and ice cream places in Australia. The brand is called Messina.
Oh, so, I didn't know.
They're very very popular. Very like like a gelato bar all around Australia. And so it's interesting. And one other interesting thing is in Australia, Rosella is actually one of the most beautiful birds in Australia. So if you have a look at that.
Oh, yes. A couple told us.
We knew it. It's very fun.
It's a beautiful bird. Yes, with the colorful wings.
Very much so.
Just like the bird of paradise. Very colorful. Yeah. They told us a few months ago.
I'm very proud to have the same name of this beautiful bird.
Very good. Very good.
So thank you again, guys.
Thank you for your love. Thank you for following us. If you like this live broadcast, please share with your friends and invite them to follow us. And if you have a story to share with us and you want to share your story with us, please send us a private message, and so we can schedule a live broadcast with you as well.
We will upload this live broadcast on our YouTube channel as well, so you can see the broadcast from the beginning.
So don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel, and don't forget, of course, to visit our new website. You can find
this is the result of our last efforts. We have
during the quarantine, I can say
we have spent our quarantine in this way. So we made a new website, and we hope you enjoy it.
Very much.
Very good. So thank you again to the Arena family from Sydney, Australia, with a Sicilian origin from Messina. Thank you for spending this great time with us. And stay tuned, guys. And you never know. Perhaps we will host you in another appointment.
Very good. Thank you very much.
But of course, we hope you visit Sicily one day. You never know.
Of course. And now is the time to stay all together.
All together.
Yeah.
Did you prepare the panel, the writing? No.
I want to see the panel. The
Yeah. Please show the. Yeah. Wow. What has happened? Anthony, what did you do?
Did you turn off the camera?
No, I have to leave very soon.
So guys, in the meantime, I want to thank you again for your love and for your support. You want to say something, Gianca?
I want to. I'm hope that Anthony will be again with us. Anthony, if you're hearing us, please turn your camera on again. Actually, I'm very, very happy. We have spent a great time tonight, and nothing. We will we will be with you again next Saturday.
Yes.
With Eleonora, our charming local guide in Sicily, and
of course next Sunday.
Next Sunday we will be with you again with the Verducci family from San Francisco.
10 p.m. Italian time.
Yeah. And in 3 days we will go to Terrasini.
But we have a special meeting with your mother. Maybe.
Oh, it was a secret, but okay. I will involve my mother again, and she will cook for you a special Sicilian recipe. I don't want to say anything. This is a surprise. So, guys, thank you again for watching us. See you the next one. Thank you for your love and for your help. Don't forget to click on best things to do in Sicily.com. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Rosella, it's your turn.
Love, hugs, and kisses from Sicily.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.